Act 1. The Broken Compass. Normandy Orchard, day, August 14th, 1944. The orchard should be idyllic. Red apples hang from trees, but the apples are coated in gray soot. Under the trees, wounded men lay on blood-soaked hay. Oberst Kurt Meyer walks through the rows. He stops by a boy, no older than 15, whose legs are wrapped in filthy gauze. The boy is clutching a harmonica. "Meyer, can you play it, soldier?" The boy tries to breathe, but his chest rattles. He shakes his head. Meyer kneels in the dirt, ignoring his pristine uniform. He takes the boy's hand. It is cold. Meyer, to himself, "We are sending the nursery to hold back the tide." Adjutant Steiner approaches, his boots crunching on glass. The first Polish armored has taken the heights at Montormel. The mace is held, Oberst. The exit is now a throat, and it is closing. Meyer, standing, his voice hardening. "Then we don't march out, we crawl out. Tell the men, no more heavy baggage. If it doesn't shoot or run, burn it. We move tonight." INT Canadian Sherman tank, same time. The heat is a physical enemy. Major David Curry sits in the commander's hatch. He is looking at a photograph of his wife, tucked into the padding of the turret. Tip O'Neill from the driver's seat. "Major, you've been staring at that for 10 minutes. Curry, "Just trying to remember what a clean dress looks like, Tip. Or the smell of something that isn't burnt meat and diesel." Tip O'Neill, "The brass says we hold St. Lambert at all costs. They say, if we move an inch, 10,000 Jerrys slip away to fight us another day." Curry, closing the locket. "Then we don't move an inch, even if the sky falls." The Dives River crossing. Night. Total chaos. A bridge has collapsed. Thousands of men, horses, and vehicles are bottlenecked at the water's edge. Ernst Weiss is waist-deep in the river, trying to pull a wagon stuck in the mud. Next to him, SGT Hoffman is screaming orders that no one hears over the roar of planes. "Ernst, Sarge, the horses, they're drowning." Hoffman, eyes vacant. "Let them drown, Ernst. Save your strength. The Javos are coming back for a night run." Suddenly, the black sky is illuminated by Christmas trees, dropping flares that cast a sickening green light over the valley. Ernst looks up. He sees the flares reflecting in the eyes of a dead horse floating past. He sees the faces of his friends, illuminated like ghosts in a cathedral. Ernst, screaming, "Where is the Air Force? Where is Goring?" Hoffman grabs him by the collar and throws him into the mud, just as a rain of anti-personnel bombs shreds the riverbank. The sound isn't a bang, it's the sound of 1,000 giant zippers opening at once. Screams follow, high, thin, inhuman. Hill 262, the Mace, dawn. The Polish tankers are silhouettes against a rising sun. They are looking down into a valley filled with a thick, low-hanging mist. LT Kowalski, Polish, watches as the mist begins to swirl. Out of the white fog, thousands of gray figures emerge. They aren't charging, they are stumbling. Some are carrying wounded comrades on shutters. Kowalski, whispering, "It looks like the end of the world." Gunner, "Orders, sir?" Kowalski, voice trembling, "Fire. For Poland. For 1939. Fire, until the barrels glow." Act 3, The Corridor of Sorrow. Extension St. Lambert-sur-Dives, day, August 19th, 1944. The village is a charnel house. Major Curry is standing on a pile of rubble. He is holding a Lee Enfield rifle. He hasn't slept in 3 days. His face is a mask of black dust and dried blood. A German staff car, flying a white flag, rolls slowly toward his position. "Curry, cease fire." The car stops. Helga, the nurse, steps out. Her apron was once white, now it is a map of her patients' deaths. She looks at Curry, not with hate, but with a terrifying, hollow exhaustion. Helga, in broken English, "I have 50 men in the cellar of the church. No water, no morphine, only the dark." Curry, voice rasping, "I can't let you through, miss." Helga, "I am not asking to go through. I'm asking you to stop shooting the church. Curry looks at the church tower. It has been hit by tank fire. He looks at his men. Tip O'Neill is watching, his hand on the machine gun. Curry to Tip, tell the mortars, the church is a dead zone. No shells within 50 yards. Tip O'Neill, Major, they're using the steeple for snipers. Curry, snapping, I don't care. We're soldiers, Tip, not butchers. Helga nods once. A slow, robotic movement. 5 minutes later, the snipers in the church start firing again. Curry winces with every shot, but he doesn't call in the mortars. Act 4. The Breaking of the Spirit. XT. The Shambles Road. Dusk. This is the peak of the tragedy. The road is a solid mass of twisted metal and flesh. Ernst Weiss is walking over bodies. He is stepping on the things he used to be. His dignity, his fear, his humanity. He finds a canteen on a dead British soldier. He drinks the water. It tastes like iron. He sees Oberst Meyer standing by a stalled Panther tank. Meyer is crying. Not a loud sob, but silent tears carving tracks through the soot on his cheeks. Ernst, approaching. Sir, we have to move. The Canadians are closing from the woods. Meyer, looking at his hands. I promised their mothers I would lead them to victory, Ernst. Look at them. They're just boys. They should be at home, complaining about their homework. Meyer looks at Ernst. Meyer, go, Private. Take off that jacket. Throw away your tags. If they catch you in this uniform, you're a ghost. Run. Ernst, what about you, sir? Meyer, I have to stay with my regiment. What's left of it? Meyer turns and walks back into the smoke, toward the sound of the Canadian Bren guns. Act 5. The Silence. XT. The Valley. 2 days later. The sun is bright. The birds are starting to return, though they find little to sing about. Major Curry is sitting on the fender of a burnt-out scout car. A medic is trying to give him tea, but Curry's hands won't hold the cup. Tip O'Neill, sitting nearby. They're calling it a great victory, Major. Montgomery says the war will be over by Christmas because of what we did here. Curry, looking out over the valley. Victory. The camera pulls back. It shows the valley. 10,000 dead horses, 40,000 prisoners, 10,000 dead men. The smell is described in the history books as unbearable for miles. Curry, is this what victory smells like, Tip? Like a butcher's shop in the sun? Exala, a farmhouse in Germany, months later. Ernst Weiss sits at a piano in a dark room. He tries to play a simple melody. His fingers start, then stop. He stares at his hands. They are the hands that held a rifle, the hands that climbed over the bodies of his friends to escape a pocket in Normandy. He closes the piano lid. He cannot make music anymore. The sound of the valley, the screaming horses, the whistling typhoons, is the only song he hears. Fade to black. Title cards. The Falaise Pocket was the killing ground of the Western Front. Major David Curry was awarded the Victoria Cross. He never spoke of the battle with pride, only with a quiet, somber sadness. The smell of the battlefield was so potent that Allied pilots flying 2,000 feet above the valley reported the stench of death entering their cockpits. The war would continue for another 9 months, but the backbone of the German army was broken in the fields of Normandy.